and welcome to the Team oNyx channel. It's oNyx Invictus here. I'm talking over oNyxGoW's gameplay. He's teamed up with oNyxGoW on Team Deathmatch on Gridlock. Now, I've been looking around on the internet recently and there seems to be a lot of talk about the zombie apocalypse. Now, for those of you who don't know, there's a few stories going around. I'll start with the least interesting of the three. Here in the UK, there was a man in the back of a riot van. And when he was in the back, he kept headbutting the top until his head started bleeding. Now, when the police went round to the back to apprehend him, he spat all the blood that had been dripping down from his head into their face. Now, obviously, people were assuming this was trying to contaminate such people. Now, that's the first one. The second one is about a man in the United States. The police went into his home for whatever reason. And by the way, at the moment, it does definitely sound like the police are just magnets for zombies. But anyway, yeah, so they go into his home for whatever reason. And he starts stabbing himself in the neck, the legs, and the abdomen. And starts pulling out bits of flesh and throwing it at the police officers. Now, he did survive. But as far as I'm aware, they haven't released a reason as to why he did that. So that's a bit beyond me. That's a little bit fucked up as well. And the final one is the most commonly known one, about the man who decided to eat someone else's face. Now, from what we gather, he was such a nice man. I mean, you hear that every time you hear anyone's done anything wrong, but that's not the point. He was such a nice man who decided to take drugs and went off his fucking head and decided to eat someone's face off. Now, I don't know about you, I think that's a little bit weird. You know, I don't know anyone who's taken drugs and decided to eat someone's face, but that's irrelevant. So, obviously, nobody will shut up at the moment about the zombie apocalypse. Now, what I'd like to discuss is what I would do in that situation. Now, fuck cars. There's no point. Cars are going to break down. You don't really want to drive anywhere unless it's for a short distance, because cars break down, you run out of petrol, all that kind of shit. Personally, I get on a fucking horse. Go old school. Get on a horse, go ride around. Zombies aren't faster than horses. You can run them over. They're not going to do anything. They're just going to fall to pieces. They're not exactly going to kill the horse, are they? So, you need to be quick though, because, well, I suppose they might eat a horse if it's standing round. Personally, I'd go to Scotland. The reason I go to Scotland is because I don't really like English people now. And there's lots of castles and shit there. And lots of fields and mountains and things. The zombies can't climb mountains, can they? I mean, they can try, but they're probably going to fall to pieces. Probably going to be too cold for them, especially in Scotland. They're going to become more brittle, and then you can just flick them and their limbs will fall off. Anyway, that's for me in the UK. Now, I'd avoid guns. Because they need maintenance, and eventually you're going to run out, and you can't rely on a gun to save your life. So you want melee weapons. You want cool shit like axes and stuff, which that's personally what I'd use. So I'd like to hear what you would use. What would you do in the zombie apocalypse? Apart from the obvious, you'd go to shops and try and get as much as you can kind of thing from there before you go to your hideout. Where would you hide out? Would you stay at home? Would you run? Would you go out on a boat? All that kind of thing. So I'd like to know what you'd do in the event of a zombie apocalypse. So anyway, please leave your comments, give us a like, don't forget to subscribe and come back for more, and let me know exactly what you think. Thank you very much for listening. This is oNyx Invictus. Peace.